Hey guys, it's Gordon J. Wallace here, sales representative with Remax Real Estate Center in Cambridge, Ontario. Just coming to you a bit later than usual with our Friday update, since this is now Saturday morning that I'm finally getting a chance to record. I was able to pull the numbers last night, but my daughter sleeps right above the office here, and apparently I talked too loud, so I couldn't make the recording until this morning. So first things first, big congratulations to the families that were moving yesterday. We had Nick and Jenny coming to Cambridge, and we have Heather and Jeff and family coming to Paris, and then obviously Amber and Sean had moved a little bit earlier in the month. So just big congratulations to all those families. Thank you very much, Heather, for the review on Facebook. I am trying to get better at actually bugging my clients to leave reviews. I know it is sometimes an awkward thing to go and do, so I do thank you very much. If you are a past client and want to head over there to leave me a review, either on Facebook or Google, I would surely appreciate it. Other big news for the coming month, I'm changing website providers. So this is the current website. The new website won't be too drastically different. There's just some behind the scenes things that this provider offers that will be able to allow me to further help clients. The biggest thing is that if you are an active property searcher on my website, please reach out, because I will need to get you converted over to the new site if you so desire. So with all that being said, let's hop into the market updates. So just like on Tuesday's update, I added this net increase row just so you could see the month over month change a little bit easier. Week over week change a little bit easier. So as of this weekend, in Brant County, including Brantford, we have 17 fewer properties for you to check out. A big reason for that number will be the expired listings. So a lot of times, every contract you sign in real estate has to have an end date or an expiry date. So a lot of times we'll pick the end of whatever the given month is that it would naturally kind of run its course. So the updates that encompass an end of month period will always have a higher than normal value for the expired listings. And that's just because, again, it's the end of the month. So that's when a lot of contracts are set to expire if they haven't sold. I would expect a good chunk of those listings to then come back on the market today. So you should see the new or the net increase go up in the next updates. Okay. But for Brant County and Brant, your key numbers here are 290 total of active residential properties to take a look at today. 20 firm sales in the last week, with 9 conditional sales also occurring. And out of all the cancellations and suspensions that occurred in the last 7 days, 0 of them had been on the market for between 1 and 5 days. And again, that's just to encompass those data entry errors where people have entered a listing and then taken it down because they made a mistake and put it back up. And then also less than 5 or fewer days to account for sellers that were kind of getting nervous and exiting the market. So nothing too concerning there. Moving over to Wellington County, we had a net increase of 8. So you have 394 active residential properties to take a look at this week. 34 firm sales, which is on par for the week prior. 3 conditional sales, and only 1 of the cancellation and suspended listings were on the market between 1 and 5 days. Waterloo region, where we see the lion's share of activity. Again, net increase of negative 20. That's in large part due to the 30 expired listings. Again, it's the end of the month, so that's not unexpected. We'll just take a look and make sure we see a lot of those re-enter the market in the following week. So Waterloo region, you have 701 active residential properties to check out this weekend. 24 new yesterday. So again, every business day, we're still seeing double-digit increase of new listings. 9 conditional sales and 95 firm sales in the last week. So Waterloo region continues to chug along. Only 2 of the canceled and suspended listings had been on the market before between 1 and 5 days. I'm going to put out a separate little explanation about kind of how this April and this year so far has been in relation to last year. So April's overall numbers were down considerably year over year. And, I've said this a few times on these updates, okay? So real estate has a low in December and January for sure, when the weather is the worst and the holidays are the busiest, okay? There's still quite a few sales that occur in that time period, but it is definitely the lowest part of the entire year, okay? When the weather starts getting nice, so whenever that is, this year it was February, the market starts to see an increase in activity, okay? So it's all relative to whatever was just happening. So December and January low, February starts to ramp up this year, okay? March was really good this year, and normally you would see that ramp up continue, and traditionally for firm sales or home sold, May is sort of your peak, okay? Because most people, the busiest closing day of the year is the last Friday in June, because people like to use the Canada Day long weekend to complete their move, okay? Same thing for the fall, you see an uptick towards the end of September, okay? So with June, the last Friday in June being the busiest closing day of the month, you back up 30, 60, even 90 days from that, and those are typical closing periods. So from the time you make a firm offer to the time you actually close is anywhere from usually 30, 60, 90 days, okay? So that would account for why May has the highest volume of closed transaction or firm transactions. So the ramp up that we usually see from whenever it starts getting nice, again in this case early February, to that peak in May, normally is kind of a smooth curve you can follow, okay? So April did see kind of a doop. Again, the buyers haven't gone anywhere, okay? People are still moving to the region. Quite a healthy number of people are still moving to the region week after week, okay? So what you need to take into consideration is that, new housing didn't suddenly explode overnight, okay? So residential resale will still account for a large part of the sales that are coming into the region. And construction, by the way, there's a ton of construction going on in the region. I'm sure that if you live here, you've noticed, okay? Especially out in Kitchener area where there's more land available, okay? So there is tons of new construction. I'm just saying the new construction didn't double overnight during COVID, okay? So all the sales that would normally occur in April that we've now seen drop off, I don't think those are lost sales. I think those are deferred sales, so they will occur later in the year. So whenever things start getting back to whatever our new normal is going to be, I think whatever dip we've experienced in April, which was significant, is going to be caught up again further on down the cycle, okay? So maybe that peak doesn't occur in May, maybe it does, maybe, 2 weeks from now we just completely go back to normal. It's a long shot, it's probably not gonna happen. I hope it doesn't happen because I don't think we're ready for it, but that's my personal view. So yeah, whatever dip we experience in April, I think will be recouped later in the year. That's my thought and belief. And whenever that peak in the market occurs, probably won't be May. It could be June, July this year. So just keep an eye out for that. If you are thinking about putting your home on the market or going out to search for a home, just a reminder that I do have packets of personal protective equipment for all of my clients. So when we go see a house, there's masks, gloves, booties, and wipes in here for us. Keep us nice and safe. And for those houses that I'm selling, same thing. We make these available to agents that show your property in case they do not have their own to bring with them for them and their clients. Just try to keep everybody as safe as possible. That is everything for today. I want to thank you very much for your time, and hopefully you weren't missing this update too much yesterday. But any questions about the market or your specific situation, definitely feel free to give me a call. It's Gordon J. Wallace, 226-218-0433, or Gordon at callsouthernontariohome.com. Thanks so much.